and at the manufacturers. So that's something we're having to deal with. The other thing that we've seen come to light, and we always knew this was a reality, but retail is king. And I don't know if you've heard that term before, but by that I mean retail, food service is down, right? So less people are eating out at restaurants, less kids are eating at school. Food service is down, but retail is up. I mean, all of us are going to the grocery store. So manufacturers know that if they're able to make a retail item, they're going to be able to sell that item, higher volume and at a higher margin too. So we are having to contend with, competing for line time to have our school items made, because they a lot of times would prefer to make retail items because it's higher volume and higher margin for them. Also, plant shutdown. So this is something that's, looming. So, what if there is a plant shutdown? What if there's a COVID outbreak and, our manufacturer, one of our manufacturing plants gets shut down? What is that going to do to our supply? So that's a concern that we are, facing as well. Next slide, please. So what do we know? So we know that we have on hand right now a lot of bulk pre-COVID menu items. We have that inventory already on hand. We also know that maximizing your commodity that results in lower costs to all of you. So we encourage you to use those pre-COVID items if you can. If you can find a way to make them work, we encourage you to use those bulk pre-COVID items. A lot of them are, in fact, commodity processed items. And we know that is helpful as far as lowering your costs. So we also know that USDA brown box, all of you ordered your brown box before COVID hit. So there is a concern, okay, what now? You ordered in all that brown box and it's coming in, it's already rolling in. So we do have districts, though, that are taking advantage of using their brown box and using other schools' brown box. So if you are able to find a way to utilize your brown box or maybe use other items within the co-op, take advantage of other schools' brown box items, that could save you some money too. And then hard orders are key. And what I mean by that is, forecasting is great. Menus are great, but we need the actual hard order into our system, whether you enter it online or give it to your customer service rep to enter. That hard order is what triggers our buyers to go ahead and place the order with the manufacturer and, gets the manufacturer to make the product for us. So we need your hard orders in our system, as far out as possible. And I know it's tricky right now, but just keep in mind, manufacturer lead times. We have some manufacturers that have lead times of upwards of 6 weeks. So that's, something to think about. So as far out as you could place your orders is super helpful. And it's actually key to making sure you get what you need. And then lastly, we just want to stress, please communicate with us. We've been working hard since this happened, just trying to talk to as many customers as possible. Call us directly, call your customer service rep, call your sales rep, and let's talk through it and we'll figure out a plan. We're going to have food, the kids are going to, we're going to have food, we're going to make it happen. We're going to get through this, but we just need to communicate with each other. So that's what I wanted to share today, and I hope it was helpful in some way. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Margie. I appreciate that. And it's very timely because now as the districts are figuring out what they're going to be doing, the menus will start to be created. And certainly, as we said last week, we need to reach out to our manufacturers and distributors as soon as possible, So thank you so much. And Heather, if we could go back to the PowerPoint, please. Heather? I have to tell you, yesterday I attended the webinar from, I think it was No Kid Hungry. That was one, and I believe it was Shelley Reel. She made a comment on it saying, "This is the best one I've seen so far," and it truly was. It was so organized and done so well, and they had a very perfect speakers and accomplished speakers with great ideas. And she said, we're all acquiring new skills and getting better at this. And so I give a big shout out to them, and please be patient as we learn how to do this as well. And I don't think we have the webinar version, so I think it makes it a little bit harder for us, but I think, Heather, are you going to be sharing the screen? There we go, yay! Otherwise, I don't know what to say. So on this screen, as you know, we have a lot of resources we can tap into from the county level, the state level, and the national level. And there's a conference call on Wednesdays with superintendents, and I'm not invited to it, but I do attend. So they did do a survey, and this is from Wednesday, and this is LA County. They surveyed about 73 districts, and they asked them what instructional model you're currently planning to implement for the start of school. 72% said distant learning. So if you haven't heard from your district yet, this is where most people are heading due to the high rise of COVID-19 cases. And then they asked, are you planning to extend this to the end of the semester? So 19% said yes, and 71% said maybe. So that may help you as well when you're planning your menu, but to know where we're going. Next slide, please. Okay, we talked last week about the rise in COVID-19 cases, and we talked about how I'm competitive. In LA County, we're not doing well. Orange County, you're like our little Sweden, right? You're doing what you want, and so far you're doing well with your cases, and your recovery rate is like 98%. So I'm kind of rooting for you because I like to root for the underdog. So the time will tell whether different masks and legislation helps or not, but LA County, we need to do better. Next slide, please. So this is just a summary, everybody. Avoid the 3 C's. Avoid close conversations, crowds, and confined areas. And remember the 2 W's, wear a mask and wash your hands often. Next one. Okay. So here is a summary of the mask. I won't read it all, but these PowerPoints can be found on eatsmart2besmart.org. But of course, the N99s are the most effective, 99% protection. N95s are up in the 90% protection. Disposable surgical masks, the double layers, 600 thread count seems to be the key. 3 layers of cotton or silk is recommended by the World Health Organization, and silk supposedly has some kind of protective benefit. It has electrostatic properties. So a 3-layer silk scarf works well. Vacuum cleaner bags. So if you're in you're in a pinch, a vacuum cleaner bag will work. And antimicrobial pillowcases like bamboo, 100% cotton, silk, satin. And also you can wrap a scarf around your face or a t-shirt. And if that doesn't work, just stuff some toilet paper in there. Next slide, please. Okay, I just want to point out too that we should be looking at research, and the problem now is there's lots of research, but some of it hasn't been peer reviewed yet, or they're not large enough studies of populations of studies. However, that's where we should start. So when you have an opinion about anything, please, it's up to you to decide, but go and look at the research. So there's research. If you don't trust our country, go to other countries because they're doing research as well. So this one is from the United Kingdom from May 2020 and out of Cambridge. The author is Stutt, and he is saying that masks do, in fact, reduce the risk of spreading the COVID-19 or the coronavirus. And then, of course, there's American Journal of Respiratory and Critical Care Medicine. They would be a good source as well. And the bottom line is they say, isn't it better to adopt a possibly imperfect protective measure rather than waiting for more evidence at the expense of human lives? So again, this is information as of now. Next slide, please. Okay, well, the one thing I love about this pandemic is that we come up with a new vocabulary. War and journey metaphors everywhere, social distancing, or I prefer to call it physical distancing, contact tracing, self-quarantine, PPE, super spreader, my favorite, WTF. Oh, I'm sorry. WFH, working from home, COVIDiate, upperwear, meaning what I'm wearing up here, curated backgrounds, people who always change their background, and infits instead of outfits. And of course, the latest one is pivot. And so we have a little slide to show to you on pivot. And Heather's going to cue that up. And this is Alexis Wild gave me this when we started talking about pivot, and it comes from Friends. So if you've watched Friends, this is just perfect for what we're going through now. And Heather's queuing it up. Thank you.
Come here to me. No, you come here to me.
Hey, Ross. I brought reinforcements.
Oh, great. What, you brought Joey?
Well, I brought the next best thing.
Chandler? You brought Chandler? The next best thing would be Monica.
You know, I would be offended, but Monica is freakishly strong, so.
Look, I drew a sketch of how we're going to do it, okay, Rach? That's you. That's the couch.
Ooh, what's that?
Oh, that's me.
Wow. Certainly think a lot of yourself.
Oh, that's my arm.
Oh, I see. I thought you just really, really liked your new couch.
You know, just follow my lead.
Okay.
Come on, Shelley. All right, okay. Here we go. All right, ready? Yeah. Turn. Okay. Turn. Turn.
I don't think we can turn anymore.
I just don't think it's gonna fit.
Oh, yeah, Will. Come on, up. Up. Yes. Here we go. Pivot. 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 Pivot.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Okay, I don't think it's going to pivot anymore.
You think?
All right, let's bring it back down and try again.
Okay. Oh. Okay, yeah, I think it's really stuck now.
Can't believe that didn't work.
I know, me neither. I mean, you had a sketch.
Oh, you know what? What did you mean when you said pivot?
Pizza or salad?
Pivot. Shut up. Don't we all feel like that right now? And Heather, if you can put back up my PowerPoint. So Alexis, thank you for sharing that. She brought it up in a meeting and all of us were like, we've never seen that before. So we wanted to make sure everybody knew about pivoting. And she'll bring back up my PowerPoint. It's really hard to manage it. Here we go. Okay, on a more serious note, the CDE did have a webinar this past Wednesday, I think, or Tuesday. And these were just some of the questions that people asked. So the application prototype, this was in the chat section, so I wanted to make sure everybody had it. The application prototype is online and the link is there. When we go back to the 2021 school year, we are resuming back with NSLP or school breakfast program. Gurji, I think his name is, who I just love. I love the way he dresses. I love his presentation and he's intelligent. And he doesn't know me, so I hope he doesn't think I'm weird. But anyway, I love to hear him talk. And he was talking about the meal pattern waiver and what it is and what it isn't. And then the COVID-19 disaster relief, they want everybody to apply for it. And this is 75 cents per meal served during COVID crisis. And I think it's designed to cover fixed costs like the employee labor costs. And I believe it's while funds last. So we're not sure of the formula, but they certainly encourage everyone to apply. There's also the CARES relief application, which will be released in August. That's different. And then there's the FEMA funding. So that's a chat room topic today. And then he gave a link for all the waivers. The next slide, please. Here he talks again about the different emergency funding. So it will be up on the slide at Eat Smart to Be Smart. The next slide, please. And this is a call to action. And I have to tell you, this is very important because this is all of us responding and supporting SNA's request to continue with the seamless summer option or the summer food service option so that we don't have to do applications and we do not have to track students by eligibility, by school site, by day. And so that too is one of the talks in our chat room today because we have to plan for it just in case. But we definitely want to continue with how we were operating, and they have made it so easy. You have to do this, 30 seconds. That's all it takes. You click the link, you put your address, the letter will come up, your representatives are already populated for you, and you'll hit submit. That's all it takes. So I believe Heather is going to put this link in the chat box, so please go ahead and do this. And again, if you can't do it right now, come back to Eat Smart to Be Smart and look for the link. And it needs to be done today. I'm directing you. I'm directing you to please do this today. Thanks. Next slide. Okay, so I want to say these Zoom meetings started so we could stay connected. CNSA will be hosting another one too, a roundtable on July 22nd to be 30. CDE does their Tuesday town hall every other week, I believe. SNA has a webinar Wednesdays, and our first chapter meeting for Southern California will be September 24th, Friday. And of course, we'll continue with a few more of the summer series so we can stay connected. Next slide. And now I am so happy to present our entertainment for the day. This is Nate Van Winkle. He actually has an album out called Catching Fireflies, and Nate is he's from Meals Plus in Link, and he's just a wonderful human being. He feels with his heart, and he's an outstanding musician, songwriter, and guitar player. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Nate, and thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, well, thank you for that introduction. I don't know what the volume's gonna like. I don't know what the mic sounds like, so hopefully you guys can hear just fine.
We can hear you.
You requested "Wonderful Day," right?
Yeah,
So,
because a lot of your songs are you feel so deeply. You're like a poet. You remind me, and all your songs are, about heavy and love, and this one was a little bit upbeat and happy.
yeah. Okay. Oh, it's such a wonderful day, having you here with me. Oh, it's such a wonderful day, having you here with me. You turn me into a believer. I guess it's love at first sight. I know we've never had this feeling, but it feels so right. You're a beautiful distraction. I'm changing all my plans today. It all became so unimportant when I saw your face. Oh, it's such a wonderful day, having you here with me. Oh, it's such a wonderful day, having you here with me. I hope this moment lasts forever, not a minute goes to waste. Well, I take time to rediscover just how sweet love is. Oh, it's such a wonderful day, having you here with me. Oh, it's such a wonderful day, having you here with me. Oh, it's such a wonderful day, having you here with me. Oh, it's such a wonderful day, having you here with me. the night has arrived. We knew that this day would pass. This doesn't mean goodbye. Got a lifetime to make love last. Oh, 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 oh. Such a wonderful day. Hey, hey, hey. Having you here with me. Oh, oh, oh. It's such a wonderful day. Hey, hey, hey. Having you here with me. Oh, oh, oh. It's such a wonderful day. Hey, hey, hey. Having you here with me. Oh, oh, oh. It's such a wonderful day. Hey, hey, hey. Having you here with me.
Yay, Nate. You are
Did
really
the mic cut out at
so
all?
good.
No.
Huh?
Thank you. I said, did the mic cut out at all? Like, was it clipping?
I think my internet's a little shaky, but I heard it all. And you're just such an awesome singer and songwriter. Thank you so much. And people, you can look him up online. And I believe he's trying out for The Voice. Is that correct, Nate?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, we wish you luck. And anyway, his album is Catching Fireflies. And also, Nate, I was wondering, you know, one of the things I always tell our executive staff when they're planning for reopening, I always have to remind them that we never left. Nutrition Services never left. And I would love it if you can think about it. Think about a song about we never left that we could have for like our organization for when we reopen. I think it would be great. You know, I wish I could write like you. You're like Dylan. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity. Thanks, Anna.
Okay, thank you, Nate. And Heather, my next slide. Oh, this is going to be fun. Brooke, you take it over.
All right. Hi, everyone. Brooke again, marketing specialist at Sunrise. So I was super excited to do this. Anna, is Heather going to play the video? Okay, before you play it, I just want to, thank you everyone who participated. It was super fun getting everyone's videos. If you have not submitted, please still submit. If you still want to participate, we do plan on sharing this in a future SCSNA or CSNA meeting. And then for everyone who did send in videos, we did have to edit a little bit to make the format work. So please, I hope you love it. I hope everything works out. If you want to resend it in, please let me know or just email it to fit the format just a little bit better. So go ahead, Heather.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Stylin', wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Wait a minute, fill my cup. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop skipping. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you. you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch.
That was excellent.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. And yes, we're going to hope to build that to show our connection and show it again at our CSNA meeting in the fall. Thank you so much, Brooke. In the next slide, Heather. So now it's time for our chat rooms. So let me see. We're going to put you into 6 rooms. So I don't have control over who goes into each room. But if you're going to be in room 1 or 2, so you may want to make a note of this on a piece of paper. If you're going to be in room 1 or 2, the discussion is distribution methods for whatever meals planning you're doing, whether you're doing bulk, classroom, or grab and go. So room 1 or 2, that will be the discussion. Rooms 3 and 4 will be meal claiming procedures. So let's say we don't get the Seamless Summer food program approved, then how are we going to account for free and reduced eligibility by school site by day? What are your plans? Room 5 will be menu talk, and again, focusing on when are we going to get those hard orders into our distributors. And room 6 will be financial talk about any questions on CARE Act, disaster relief, or FEMA. So when we get into these rooms, sometimes people are just quiet, but usually a leader will emerge to be the facilitator. So please also, share and also make sure that you give the quiet people time to talk, because I notice that most of the time they have great ideas. So I am going to, it looks like you have to do it, Heather. Do you have the break rooms?
Heather? I don't have the break room area.
Well, this is not good. This is not good at all.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I see it. How many how many rooms do you want?
Okay, we have about
118.
Yeah, I did 6 rooms because I did 6 topics. So what you're going to do is you're going to be sent out to the rooms. Make sure you take your mic off. And then after about 10 minutes, I'm going to bring you back, and then I'm going to send you out to different rooms. So you should be able to hit each topic. If you're in a room you don't want to be in, then you can come back to the main room and ask me for a specific room, and I'll send you there. Okay?